Okay, so today we are going to do a Xuan guide video, something. Yes, that. Spam it. Just Fu. That's good enough, okay? Alright, good emote spam. I like this one. So, did you guys know the Tokyo Game Show thingy gave us a little teaser of Topus?
Minasan, konnichiwa.
And it's literally a 15-second Topus thing. He's in Belobog now. So, assuming we'll go back there next. And that's it. That's like the only thing they showed. But hey, I mean, it's something, all right? Yeah? So, remember when Locha gets released and people were like, can you build 0-speed Locha so his field lasts longer? And I'm like, what? And now Fuxuan is like, you can build a 0-speed Fuxuan so your skill never goes away. And I'm like, who is cooking this up? Who are cooking up these builds? Let's talk about the abilities first, okay? Let's go for her talent. For Fuxuan's talent, when you cast your ability and you open up the field, your entire team takes less damage. So at level 10, it's 18% less damage. It's 1% damage per level. It goes from 8 to 18. It goes to 20 if you have like Eidolon. And when your Fuxuan drop below half health, she will heal up to, well, I think it goes up to 100 if you have Eidolon, but 90% of her missing health, assuming you get one of the passive stack. Your ultimate deals damage to all enemy and gives you 1 stack of your heal. Your skill makes it so that you distribute damage your ally take to you, so 65-35. And you also increase their max HP and crit rate. This HP and crit rate buff is very minimal, but it's there. It's 6% of Fuxuan HP and up to 12 crit rate. Goes up to 14-15 with Eidolon or something. That dot next to like Fuxuan, that means she has 1 stack of her heal. If she were to drop below half health, she'll heal herself, yeah? And now if I press my E, this is the damage distribution thingy where everyone splits their damage, right? Well, that's an AoE attack, so that's kind of meaningless. So Fuxuan will give people right now crit rate, part of her HP, and reduce damage taken by 16%. And you distribute 65-35, yeah? 65 of the damage they've received to Fuxuan, which is good, yeah? The nice thing about this damage reduction and defense can reduce the total damage you're taking here. As far as I know, unless they drastically change it, which doesn't feel like it. I was running some destruction run. I was running around with day 1 Lightcone. For that, I think defense and damage reduction stacks with the damage distribution because I took 8 damage from the Swarm boss difficulty 5. It's not difficult to understand what Fuxuan does, right? If she exists, she takes damage for her team. For Fuxuan case, I'm pretty sure the damage split and then it gets reduced and then it takes into account defense and then it calculates your light cone if you have like day 1 light cone. The biggest XDD I have to explain is that I don't think damage Fuxuan is viable unless you have Eidolon. Eidolon makes her damage build viable, but aside from that, I would not build damage on her. I know there's like showcases of E0 Fuxuan doing like 200k damage, but they run triple harmony some shit, so I'm like, yeah, no, not really. I'm okay. No, I wouldn't do it. For traces priority, I would go for talent first for the damage reduction and the healing, and then I'll go for skill for the bonus health and crit rate. Probably ignore basic attack and ult. You can sort of force damage from her basic attack and ult, but the number is very minimal. I would say it's not really worth to do it. The value you get per upgrade isn't super high. You get like 1% damage reduction per level of your talent, and I'll be honest, I would argue that if you put all your talent at level 1, Fuxuan would work. Her level 20 traces, when the matrix of presence is active, Fuxuan will generate 20 more energy if she uses her skill again. I'm going to assume this energy also scales with energy recharge because every single source of flat energy in the game scales with energy recharge except Tingyun ult. The second trace is when Fuxuan uses her ultimate ability, all ally heal based on 5% of Fuxuan max HP, which is a little bit of healing. It's not a lot. And her last trace is that when her field is active, your entire team resists 1 instance of debuff. This means if the enemy stuns your entire team, it will not stun your entire team. If they stun 1 ally, then that ally will be cleansed. If they stun all ally at the same time, then all ally will be cleansed. So if they stun back to back, then it doesn't work. Unless you are spamming your E every single turn, you're not gonna resist crowd control debuff that often, right? This only resists crowd control debuff. This does not affect defense down. This does not affect resistance down, speed down, or action delay, and so on, right? I prefer building effect resistance on my healers and tanks unless you're like fucking March or something and you don't build effect resistance, because if the enemy can't move, then you don't need effect resistance, right? Other than that, I still would build effect resistance on my tanks and healers a lot. For traces, once again, talent, skill, ignore ult, and basic attack. You can get ult to 6 if you want some more damage. Go for all of the traces. Obviously, the CC reduction is probably your most important one. You can ignore the crit rate traces, get the ER, and get the HP, right? Why does Xuan has crit rate traces? I don't know. Why does Asta have critical rate traces? Why the fuck does Weld have effect resistance instead of effect hit rate? I don't know, okay? Who makes this game? Who's cooking? Well, needs it? XDD. I'll go for Relic build first before Lightcone. Okay, so if you know how I build my characters, this is how it goes, right? It is 6,000 HP, 1,750 defense, 145 speed, maximum energy recharge, and 90 effect resistance. So, yeah, I feel like I built most of my character the same way, because every time someone asks, OkCode, how do you build your character? It's fucking Von Quack set. It's the duck set. I know it's Von Whack, but I like to say Quack. It's fine. So the current stats I'm running is HP, speed, regen, and HP. The rest I run for defense and effect resistance stat. I think double HP main stat is all you need on Xuan. You should run for like other defensive stat afterwards, because your damage split does scale off your defense as well. How you make your character tanky is you need a balance between HP, defense, and damage reduction stuff, right? If you have a Lightcone, you can kind of like probably not run ER rope even. Like 17 is probably okay. Our own is 135. It's a weird ass number. As a Vaughn enjoy, you really feel the 5%. I just hate it whenever my energy gets stuck like 2-3 away from my ult. And Vaughn set always saves me from the 2-3%. You can use 2-piece damage reduction, 2-piece speed, 2-piece HP, or 2-piece healing. They all kinda work on her, so it's good that way. I would go for Broken Kill over the attack set, because Broken Kill increase your effect resistance and your crit damage, which is more efficient. Obviously, if you know me, I have all my character on Vaughn set. Even if sometimes it's like kinda overkill or kinda meaningless, I'm still gonna put it on because that's all I have, right? So XDD, you just have to deal with my builds being this way, unfortunately. I think it's good that Xuan doesn't have like a 4-piece set. It's much fucking easier doing like 2-piece set than 4-piece set. For Lightcone, this is her 5-star Lightcone and her best Lightcone. This gives her max HP 24%, her energy recharge rate 12%. Whenever HP is reduced, increase damage of all ally by 9%. At the start of every wave, restore health of all ally equal to 80% of the missing health. So if they're missing 1,000 health, they'll heal back 800. However, this is at the start of every wave. That means every new wave of enemy, when you see like, you know, 2 out of 5 or 2 out of 6 wave, right? Monsters or boss enemies spawning extra shitlings doesn't count. This allows Xuan to sustain your team through a lot of fights. Maybe not super long boss fight, but it's great for farming. I want to shit on the regen real quick. I fucking hate this. The biggest offender is this fucking thing, right? This gives you 12% energy recharge in 2 stacks, because it stacks 2 times, right? Conveniently, 12% regen is all you need to 3-turn ult. I know it's their signature Lightcone, but I fucking hate it when they make the problem instead of the solution. It's ass, alright? Just fuck this. They keep putting ER on every Lightcone, which is, I like it, but at the same time, they give the characters the most atrocious ER numbers, right? Like Xuan is like 135, Daniel is like 140, and conveniently, that's all they need. It's so weird to me. Obviously, this is her best Lightcone. It gives you every stat you need. It gives you HP, regen, damage, and healing, right? This is fucking stacked. This is amazing. This is pretty future-proofed as well, because like this is all the stat your tank wants, right? For second best Lightcone, I would say would be the Herta Store Lightcone, especially since you can max this for free. This gives you 16% effect resistance. If the wearer has no shield, they gain a shield equal to 32% of their max HP, and when you have your shield up, you take 24% less damage. This damage reduction and the shield will also mitigate the damage you take from the damage split from your teammate, which is really fucking good. I like this a lot. It's also fucking free, so it's nice. Japard Lightcone is alright. It gives you defense, even more defense, and even more aggro score. This Lightcone is alright. Having more defense would help your Xuan live longer as well. This gives plus 100 aggro. Lando's Choice gives plus 200 aggro. Japard passive gives 300. Obviously, being Tingyun or Yukong, you get like plus 2,000 aggro score. Everyone knows that, right? They always die. Okay. For Forza Lightcone, let's talk about Lando's Choice. This is good on Xuan because it reduced the damage you take by 16 to 24%, right? The aggro score is fine. I think the aggro score is perfectly fine. But for Xuan's case, it's good because it's the damage reduction that is good. But because you only are really using it for the damage reduction, I would say day 1 is better. It increases the defense and it reduces the damage you and the entire team takes by 8 to 16. Right? And I feel like as a tank, obviously an immortal tank is cool, right? But if you can keep your team alive longer, that's better. I like day 1 Lightcone more because the damage resistance, right? This damage resistance stack on top of all the fucking damage reduction shit that Xuan does. It also reduces the damage she takes, right? It applies on the 65 and the 35 on the damage split as well. So it's pretty good. I like this. In my opinion, I would go for these two. Her 5-star one or Herta's store, and then day 1 Orlando's choice. They both work. We Are Wildfire is basically a shittier version of the 5-star one. This is good for farming. It restores HP based on missing and current HP, which is like a weird way to say missing HP, but like Trend of Universal Market, I don't like this at all. This barely does any damage even if it triggers anyway. For 3-star Lightcone, here's my good old rant. Why in the fuck does the Lightcone called Amber increases your defense, whereas the Lightcone called Defense heals you? Who made this? But jokes aside, the 3-star Lightcone, this one is probably the best for Xuan. When the wearer uses her ultimate, they heal 30% of their max health. This is big, fucking simple to use. You hit ult, you heal, right? That's fine. As a tank, that's pretty useful. For 3-star, that's fine. This is only increase your defense, which I think the HP heal is more important. 30% is quite big. I'm assuming most people have like max copy of that, right? So that's that, and don't get the battle pass Lightcone. Nah, this is not it. All right, now you want me to run an XDD swarm run? I've been doing a very weird Sim Universe run. The Sim Universe team is very weird. I've been trying this with like the torturous difficulty thing. I think I autoed this thing like 4 times, and it's this team. How do you explain this team? Clara takes 8 damage from the final boss final attack. Okay, now enemies weak to physical depletes toughness of every enemy. This should be fine, right? For the shield, for the field, XDD. It's like Clara's getting hit, but like she takes like 0 damage.
Failed to set you. Hide. Are you alright? Mission command. Mission command.
Mission command. You're healing when you get hit cold? Yes.
Yin and yang.
Savor it for me.
Savor it for me. Clara needs to get hit? Yeah, unless she marks enemy with her E or something, right?
Stay back, Clara.
Stay back, Clara.
Help me, Mr.
Help me, Mr.
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Hide. Annihilate.
Annihilate. Help me, Mr. Sparrow. No, my Fusion is using the 4-star Lightcone day 1.
Mission command.
Mission command.
Annihilate.
Annihilate. How? Why is Clara getting so many turns? What the fuck?
Mission command.
Oh god.
Are you alright?
99 damage on Clara, and she healed for 700. 99 damage.
Failed to set you.
Humanity's creations.
Damage mock check. I think I break enemy shield faster. Actually, no, never mind. Wow. Bro, this is so dumb.
Mission command.
Wow, go Clara, cook him. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even matter if the boss does his big attack on me.
Savor it for me. Failed to set you. Annihilate.
Or Clara's gonna kill it. Clara killed it. Mitosis!
Savor it for me.
I feel like I would like a Sparrow alone, you know? Like a Sparrow before he was out of commission for 800 years without Clara. Like old Sparrow, just like the war machine, you know? I think that would be cool.
Mission command. Stay back, Clara. Failed to set you. Command.
I swear, none of my team is gonna take damage here. Actually, no, they are.
Command.
The shield is gone. Okay, that does nothing.
Command. Annihilate.
This is probably the most comfy Swarm Universe run, right? Or team, to be honest. Because it's like, you don't care if the boss has like 18 stacks and ult you, right? Like the boss have 18, 17 stack right now, but it doesn't matter, no? It doesn't really matter.
Failed to send you. Stay back, Clara.
The boss have 17 damage boost, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, because you just don't fucking die. The swarm is terrified of you. Manga. Alright, the most comfy swarm universe. Difficulty 5 run, yes. You don't have Xuan or Lucha. I like to live dangerously. Base. This array 20 to limit test, that'll probably be fun. I'll try a difficulty 20 run, bro. Yeah, is that a good showcase of like Xuan in Swarm Universe? Or is that just XDD Clara again? Can you show Clara build? 3000 attack, 1400 defense, 75, 126, and 42 break effect, max regen, 4 physical set, and 2 regen set. I'm running defense boots, and I'm running energy recharge. Like this set already gives me enough attack to get me above 3000 attack, so I just run defense boots. And yeah, this is Xuan build, 6000 health, 1750, 145 speed, max regen, and 90 resist. Good Xuan guide, yes? Until next time, YouTube, real gaming.